Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we're gonna be playing with this storage server that I have down here. This is the Lenovo X3550 Model 4, and it's a really well equipped server, and it has these two storage space, which is well, these are NetApp storage space. I'm not sure if NetApp produces these, but they're NetApp branded storage boxes. And I did a previous video where I wanted to pass through all the drives here and into VMware ESXi 6.7, and I wanted to set up a software RAID in there, and apparently you cannot set up a software RAID in ESXi 6, well, any ESXi. I should have known that. I didn't think about that, because I've always used the RAID controller to make these volumes for the VMware to use. So I just thought that, well, let's let VMware do it this time and see how it handles 48 drives. Yeah, it doesn't do that very well. I was actually able to kind of make a RAID 0 in there, but 48 drives, old and buggy, and one of them was making bad noises. Not a good idea, and it was a lot of work to actually get them to show up in there. So yeah, not a good solution. As I have really never needed this, I have never realized that you couldn't do this. I thought that you could make a RAID 5 or a RAID 6 or whatever. Maybe they would even have something really smart in there. They did not. I was told that I should go and install Proxmox, so we might do that another day. But the reason why all the drives just was shipped into VMware is because inside the server is an HBA adapter. It's a RAID card, but without any RAID. So instead of doing anything, it just sees all the drives and it pushes them through to the operating system, which is really brilliant in some instances. The reason why it's in there is because we were trying to do something with Synology, some Exponology stuff, and I bought this RAID, which is not RAID but HBA controller, for specifically that reason, so that it would just present all the drives to the operating system. Yeah, now I need something else, but luckily we have something else. I actually have I have a box here because we took out a RAID controller. I started with this RAID controller in a old previous video where we did something very similar. We started with this one, but this is a RAID controller. You're actually able to take all the drives and you can make RAID drives out of them. So we're probably gonna put that in. I also have another one. This one is, I believe, also an HBA, so it will also just present all the drives to the operating system. These cards has, of course, these external plugs. I did also do a video where I tried to get this up and running. This is the same external plugs, but it's able to take the disks from inside, so that's another option. So yeah, I think we should plug in this very nice ADAPTEC adapter, which I have taken out of a Sun machine at some point. Yes, we're going to be installing this ADAPTEC controller, so yeah, we're doing that. Okay, so around the back here we need to remove the cables. This is the cable for the two storage boxes down here, and now the light is stupid. There we are. For the two storage boxes, people ask me which connector I've used for that. I usually leave a link to this cable in the description of the videos. It's a bit hard to come by, but they do have it on Amazon, and it's not ridiculously expensive. So, and we also have a 10 gigabit card in there. I haven't plugged in power, so we should be able to take the server out now, so nothing is plugged in. I have also put a graphics card in here, and there is the SAS external RAID controller, which is an external HBA. So cool, let's have a look. So now we can pull the server out of here. So this is the inside. We just need to replace that one, so we will just do that. Just put this on. Have a look at that. It should pop right up. There. It's a SAS 92078E. So we're gonna take that out, and it's perfect because it's already in the small form factor bracket here, so we don't have to do much. There, take that out. Oop. We'll take the ADAPTEC one. That's just down here. Put that in instead. It's not as if they do look a bit similar. So, not entirely, but just, well, a bit. And this is an X16. Awesome. Pop that in, put it back. There is also a built-in, or this is replaceable. You can take it out, put in something else. It would also be possible for me to connect through there, and with that little, I think there is a connector here, but well, let's not do that. Let's use this card instead. I think we will install ESXi on a USB key, and I believe I have hidden a USB key somewhere, like right there. Lenovo branded. Something that Lenovo has done together with EMC. So yeah, unfortunately when I put it in, the EMC logo is on top, so there is that. The bootable USB stick sits there, and so I should be able to boot the server and install ESXi 6.7 on that, and boot from that. Okay, I have put power to it. As you can see, the hard drives are powering up. They're coming online. Apparently a roll at the time. The server is powered, but it's not powered on. Okay, so there is power on all the drives now. And I have the Lenovo version of ESXi that we're gonna pop in here somewhere. USB there. Cool. And power that. And we're gonna boot. So as the system is booting, we're gonna try and get into the RAID controller and see if we can figure out how to configure that. I'm trying to get into the BIOS. Okay, so the ADAPTEC card that we have installed in this now, it's not really UEFI compatible. And we can kind of see that if we go in here and goes into adapters and UEFI drivers there, and one more. It's right here, but if we go into this, we get kind of this prompt thing, and whatever we do, it just sends us back. So yeah, no fun at all. And so what I have to do, and what I have done in a previous video, is we have to go out further and go down to boot manager there, and at the very bottom system there is something called boot mode, and that is for switching system boot mode. Right now we are booting UEFI and legacy. We need to go in there and select legacy only for this there, and escape, and we probably need to save that somewhere. Save settings, and then I should be able to to boot the server and press control something and get into the configuration of the RAID controller. Y has been selected. Okay, connecting RAID controller. This takes a while, so let's see if it pops up with my RAID controller. We have some network cards. Give me some RAID there. Control A. Yes, we're in. Let's see what we see. Array configuration utility often takes a bit of a time because there are so many drives. Well, there are 48 drives. Manage array, there are no arrays, so let's create an array. There is no free initialize. Okay, so we need to delete something first. So we need to initialize some drives. Yeah, we have a lot of drives here and they need to be initialized for that to happen. So we're gonna just select everything. I'm just gonna select all the 600 gigabyte drives first. And you do that by pressing insert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Apparently I can only select so many. Oh, I need to. Nah, we'll just initialize these first. Seems to be 3 pages. So let's just initialize that. Are you sure? Yes, yes. So we're initializing the first 16 drives. And we just did a little time traveling, so we are done. Let's take the next, and we'll select the next 16 drives. Down here it says that I can go from pages, so if I go a page up, these are all the drives that we have already done. So if I have to press page down to go on to the next page, where there is also some drives that we need to select. There, but now I have selected some drives on page 1, so we need to go back and deselect all of those. Okay, we need to delete them to not have them selected. Okay, so I'm missing a drive here. Is it that one or is it the next? We'll try that one. So let's initialize those. It starts at number 0 up here, 0, and it ends at number 16, and I was only initializing 16 drives, so something was wrong there. So let's try and initialize that one. Okay. Yes. Oh, it did actually take the drives on page 2 as well. So I wonder if that's gonna be all good. We don't want to wait for that. So another time jump, and we're done. Come on, done. We're gonna initialize some more drives. There, we have done all of these, so we have to go to page 2, and down here is it jumps from the 600 gigabytes to the 2 terabyte drives. So we're gonna select all of those on this page. There. And we're gonna initialize. Oh, we could just take all of these as well, can't we? That would be nice. There. Yes, 24. Yeah, and we'll travel in time. Okay, that was a longer time jump, but we have jumped to the end and we are doing the last drive here. I have been using these drives for multiple weird stuff. Like last time we had them all be initialized in VMware, so they had funny stuff on them. So now they're initialized, so there should be nothing on them. So let's create some arrays. Let's see, let's just check. There should be no arrays. Yeah, no arrays present. So let's create array. and it has to scan all the drives. That's awesome. So let's see if we select. Let's select all of the 600 gigabyte drives. Go to page 2 and select those as well. There. Let's see what options we get. Yeah, when we do that, we only have the option of doing a volume. That's a different way to make a RAID 0 volume. You just add all the drives and it will start writing data on drive number 1, and it will fill that up and go on. If we do a RAID 0, it will actually stripe them so that it writes data to all the drives, and this is not what we want. This is not cool. I have run into this before, and that's let's go out again, and then let's delete some of these. I'm just gonna delete all of them to make sure. Go to page 2, and we're gonna delete some more. Then go to page 1, and I believe that we can select 16 of them. Let's try and select the first 16 drives. That's up to number 15. And if we do that, see all the options we get then. So that's way cooler. So we need to do something about that. We need to find a way to take advantage of this. But this is 16 drives. If I select 17 drives, let's go down and take number 17 down here, as they start at number 0. So if I take number 16, both are included. So let's there and enter on that. Oh, I stand corrected. That's odd. So how many can I add and still get all the options? Let's see, page 2. Let's try all 24 again. Nope, then it's striped. Let's go back. Let's deselect some. Let's see if we... That's 22. That's 20. Let's see. Still no good. 19. 18. So we only have one on page 2. And still... Okay. So let's see. We have 24 drives in one. So if I pick 12 and do a RAID 6 on 12 drives. Let's see, page 2. I need to deselect that. Go to page 1. And that should be... Oh, I am missing one. Drive 11 is missing here. I must have a bad drive down there. Another time jump. It's the next day. I got into a loop with this defective number 11 drive. So I've taken the drive out and I put it up into this server over there. And that's the awesome Lenovo X3650 Model 1. It has a really good built-in RAID controller. I do also believe that might be an ADAPTEC controller because it looks kind of similar. But it turned out that this wasn't formatted right, so I had done a low-level format on it during last night. It was actually completed at some point last night. I was still up, but I didn't feel like doing more filming at that point. So we're gonna take it from here and try and take that drive out. I do actually have some spare ones. Here's another 600 gigabytes and another one. So I'm actually gonna try and replace the drive up here and see if we can format another one, because they also suddenly just disappeared out into the blue. So I might as well try and get some of them up and running again. So let's go closer. So here is that drive in the X3650 Model 1. it has just been formatted, and we should be able to go in here and probably see the drive. Nope. Initialize the drive. Still not showing up. So we probably have to do a rescan for the drive. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's see. Now it's there. So I can initialize this drive, which might... Oh, yeah. Do it right, Morten. All the data will be lost. Yeah, we just low-level formatted this, so everything is going to be good. But let's initialize that drive and try and put in another one. So now we should have that drive available for creating an array. So we're not going to do that, we're going to take it out. These drives are of course hot pluggable, so you can just pull it out. There. And the server is complaining I took its drive. So we're gonna release this from the case, and we're gonna put it in another case, and we're gonna put another drive in this case. And I've had those 600 gigabyte drives sitting on the shelf. I didn't really know what to do with them. But now I've found an opportunity to mess a little bit with it, and luckily it doesn't seem to be that difficult. It takes a few hours for it to low-level format up there, but after that I hope this is gonna be good. I, of course, haven't tested it yet, so well, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna put in another 600 gigabyte drive in this shelf or tray here and start the format, and then we will move the keyboard and mouse down to the other server and continue there. So, I was testing out one of the other drives in the NetApp disk shelf unit. That didn't work, so let's just take this drive out and just put that over in the other shelf tray. So this one goes over here, this one goes in here. Screw it. Okay. I'm just gonna let it sit there until we are ready. So right now we are gonna mount this one in this tray and do a bit of a format on that as well. Okay, that is done. So let's go up, put that in. And it's of course complaining because it does not like losing drives. So we're gonna go down here, see if we can find that drive. So let's see if that drive is any good. Rescan. Let's see if it pops up anywhere. Let's see, it's done. There is no new drive there. So we have to go out and we have to go into the disk utility there. Let's see if that sees anything. That does not see anything either. It sees the two drives that are in the server. There are two 450 gigabyte drives. Those two pops up okay. So it might be that that drive is actually bad. Okay, I'm not able to find that drive anywhere, so I'm gonna try some of the other ones that I have laying around. Make sure that, so this one is probably bad. Oh, let's just go to it. This one, and it also tells me over here that it's bad, so it's probably bad. So the next drive is in. Doesn't look too good. It's orange here as well. And if I go down to the screen and try to initialize anything, it doesn't show up. If I go out, down under disk utility, go, it doesn't show up. I'm gonna try the next one. it keeps blinking, it keeps being orange, at least until it has been checked out. If the drive seems okay, the orange light will go out and I'll be able to mess with it. Yeah, there is the orange light out. Looks promising so far. So we'll make a search for it, see if it pops up. Oh, number 2, we have we have a winner. And this doesn't look that bad. Let's go see if it actually shows. Oh, I don't want to go out, sorry. Array utility, does it show up? Initialize drive? It does. Okay, wonder why I put that on the shelf. Let's initialize that. Oh, initialize, okay. Yes. So that drive is okay. Awesome. I only have one more to check. I'll just report in with you how that went. Here's the result of that sidetrack. Out of the 5 drives that I tested, 3 bad, 2 good. One of the good is here, that's going back on the shelf. The other one is in the shelf down here, there somewhere. And these 3 is going into the trash. And yeah, all of them are Seagate, if anyone was wondering. Okay, so back to the project at hand. Let's pop that in. It's green. No idea how long it takes to check that drive, but let's go see if we can see anything. Okay, I guess we lost the keyboard on this one. Okay, hours of hard work. Well, okay, it wasn't that hard. It has paid off. Now number 11 is showing up here. So let's try this again and create an array including the first 12 drives, including number 0 up here. So let's do that, and let's make a RAID 6 to have some protection. These are some old drives, so actual storage, and 2 drives for security. So let's do that one. As we'll have, that will be ending up being 6 terabytes. Array 01, and it ends up being about 5.5 terabytes. Okay, we have this write back cache, which right now is enabled all the time. I think we'll just enable that if the battery is good. That's more security there. And how do we want to create this? Do we want to build it and verify? Oh, that might take a while. I think we'll quick initialize. I think we'll pick that one. Create RAID, yes. Done. So building array. Okay, the array is available immediately, but quick initialize write performance will be affected. So it's still creating the array, but I can actually start using it now. I could boot the system now, and the RAID controller will continue in the background creating this, all of it. So I could probably have selected the other one. That might have been more secure, but it says here that it will remain in quick initialize mode until build and verify operation is started. Okay, how do I do that? Manage array, maybe? Pick that one. Status. Okay, let's create the next one. So it marks the drives that are already in use, so we can pick the next 12 drives. Just want to make sure that they're here, all of them. 12, 13, 14, 15. Sounds good. There, next page. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 and 23. That adds up. There we are. Enter. We'll do another RAID 6. 02. And enable with battery, clear and verify. done. Creating array. So on this one I get another, it has already started this build and verify process. I should have done that one with the other one as well, but yeah, we'll manage. So we'll create the same array with the 2 terabyte drives. And we have to go to page 2, and here we have some, let's count, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's pick all of those. There, and we have to go to page 3 and make sure 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be 12 drives. And we're gonna make another RAID 6. And we'll call that, must be, we have 12 20 terabyte drives in a RAID 6. So that's 20 terabytes. There, creating that. I'll create the last one. Okay, done creating. So let's manage arrays. We have these 4 arrays in here, and I have done good on the naming, right? So this first one, let's check that. We see here that has a quick initialize status. So it's not doing much right now. It has just created the array. If we go into number 2 here, it has a build and verify and 1%. So in the background it's actually building and verifying that array, which is nice, but which also is slowing down the system. Creating these 2 last arrays took a considerable amount of time, and the system it's not responding as fast as it could. So I am very curious of when I can actually put that one into. There are some options down here. I can apparently also change the way that it boots from these drives, make a failover drive and stuff like that. So okay, let's leave this and see if we get the option of when we go out to it. Okay, it's going out. I'll start the installation of ESXi. Okay, we're installing VMware ESXi 6.7, and we've come to that it want to know where to install the VMware. So we can see the different options I have here. So I have, let's go to the top. I have the 2 6 terabyte drives that we have created. And it says Sun out here because that RAID controller comes from a Sun server and is Sun branded. And then we have 2 drives that are inside the server on the server RAID M1115. We have a 500 gigabyte drive, and we have a RAID 1 1.35 gigabyte. But I did put a USB stick in there. This USB stick, I believe, is the one we are booting from. Now I'm not so sure. That's a good question. Both of them are 3 terabyte. Both of them are 4 terabytes. Yeah. Problem. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess. I was just in at my computer, and when I look at these drives, well, let's just see one of them. These USB sticks from, they are ADAPTEC branded. They show up as having 3.74 gigabytes available. So I think that might be that one, the one that I'm booting from, and the bottom one, probably the other one. Otherwise, I'll just have to make myself a new bootable USB stick. I can manage that. Let's pick that one and keep the installation going. Okay, this is the server. We can see that it's the IBM/Lenovo System X3550 Model 4, It has two good GPUs, E5 2670s. These are 2.6 gigahertz, 128 gigabytes of memory, and it got IP number. I installed it on the wrong USB stick, so I have this sucks. I'll have to redo this at some point, but well, let's go see if it sees some drives. I saw when it was booting that drive number 01 was offline, so let's go see if we if that's true. Okay, so logging into the web interface here. Let's see how this looks. And we have, of course, this is the Lenovo customized image. We have a 60-day trial. My certification is not valid yet. Okay, storage, none. So let's see if we see a new data store. Can we create anything? There we have it. We don't see everything. That's kind of odd. We see 500 gigabyte drive that is in there. We see one of the Sun drives, and we see the redundant drives that are also in there. I did not see that one coming. That's odd. So I created the two single drives just to get them out of there. If we go up and see the adapters, we can see that there's a 6-port SATA adapter. That's probably on the system board. Then we have a ADAPTEC SCSI adapter. That's the one we are the external thing. Then we have a Mega Raid. I'm guessing very much that that's the server Raid M1115. And then we have a USB storage controller. If we go on to devices, we can see that we have the two drives, single drive and the RAID 1 drive and the single drive. Then we have a disk. That's probably the one inside. That's one of the USB sticks. Not sure if it's I don't know. I messed that one up. Then we have the NetApp enclosure here. We have a CD-ROM drive. We have another Sun disk. That's the one it actually sees. And then we have another enclosure. So it doesn't show me all my stuff. Back in the data center, and I thought this was weird why it didn't show up in VMware. So let's manage the arrays. And there are only two. Which of only one is showing up in VMware, which is rather weird. Where did they go? This one is offline. Why is it offline? This one is build verify 4%. So that one is doing something. Let's go to this one, which is offline, and we can force it online. So Control F, force online failed, not enough disk segments available. I wonder if this RAID controller is too busy preparing these drives for actually also using them. It might also be why the 6 terabytes have just disappeared. And this one, 4%. I guess I've been messing with this a couple of hours. So this will take a couple of days before this is done. Let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All the drives are there. And what does this one say? It's missing number 2, number 5, and number... Okay. That's weird. So I've missed quite enough with this for this video. It's already too long, and I don't think I'm gonna get this up and running just like that. It looked so promising. Really weird, but well, I didn't get it up and running, so but it does look promising. So if you could give it that half thumbs up, you know, it's the thumbs up where you press really quickly. We will play on with this next weekend, maybe. I'm going to a concert next weekend. I'm gonna be busy. let's see how this goes. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.